Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chupacabra's lair. I'm your host, Larry, the most delectable and cardiovascular exploring Chupacabra man here today. We're back for another pre-alpha first look, taking a sneak peek at Project Remedium, which is a game that's made by Playway and Atomic Jelly, which just successfully got funded on Kickstarter. And it's a first-person shooter that takes us deep into the body of a sick patient trying to save them from a toxic evil infection. It's kind of like that little pill guy you saw in the movie Osmosis Jones, but instead of being like a floating pill RoboCop, it's more of a deadly death ray shooting nanobot that likes to touch the butts. So, yeah, we're gonna go check it out and fondle things and see what is going on in here. So yeah, I kind of like the concept behind this game. I think of quite a few people did since it got successfully funded. And the core is like a little girl here. She's out skateboarding and being rad, being one of the cool young people. And then she suddenly gets really ill while she's out playing. And then she's immediately rushed to the hospital when she goes unconscious and weirdly floats above her bed sheets while in the hospital bed. And then they have to put her into a cryonic stasis tube and inject her with experimental nanites to do the stuff with the things. And here we go. Our little crab body is going to save the day.
Destination reached. Impact detected. Emergency procedure. Adapting the system to the environment.
So here we are inside of her body, and we gotta figure out what exactly is going on. This is where we've been injected into her, and we've got two weapons here. We got a primary fire weapon, which shoots a, like, yellow disinfecting beam, and then we got this blue beam. I'm not really sure what the difference is, but this one fires slower, so I assume it's like a heavy-hitting impact weapon, and then this one fires a bit faster, so I assume this one is like an all-purpose machine gun. And with this stuff, we just have to go in and murder things that want to infect this child. So what's going on? Everything looks fine in here. Look, are we in the blood vessel or her intestines?
Emergency detected. Deactivated nanobot unit located.
What? Oh, there we go. Oh, dang it, they killed Steve! He owes me 20 bucks. Stupid parasitic infections. Always ruining my good time. Now how will I get my $5 back? Alright, what does this guy say? Unit designation S14. Unit status fatal stop. Task infection point liquidation. The infection point located and identified as Class C morbid growth. Passing through tissue membrane, approaching morbid growth. Failure, multiple system crash, energy leak, commencing memory dump.
Advised action. Locating the infection point.
Okay, so he was killed by something down here. Probably this thing back here.
Advised action. Elimination of the growth with energy emitter.
Yeah, alright.
Infection level above norm. Advised action. Using the Remedium sprayer device.
Okay, gotta cleanse this with the Remedium sprayer, is I guess what the blue thing is? Uh-oh, things are pissed off at us. It's probably not good. Okay, so I gotta destroy, I basically know what's going on. I've gotten a little bit into this. Basically, this is just showing you how some of the combat in this game works. And basically, it's just a first-person shooter. You gotta fight things like there's some snake guys coming. And I gotta say, like, they've done a good job in modeling some of the weird, gross, creepy crawlies that can end up being inside of your body. Now, the one thing I do kind of have a problem with is where the story is going this early. But this game is in a very early state of development, so I'm sure the story will come together nicely once they've spent some time refining it a little bit, so no worries there. But yeah, basically, we gotta go through this girl's body, and we gotta save it by putting all the wrongs to right or something.
Advised action. Return to the operation start point.
Yeah, like, the other thing is, like, I don't know how robots that are designed to kill specific pathogens would even get ambushed. Wouldn't you design a miniature robot like this to just be a massive swarm of like 50,000 of them coming down this hallway at the same time? Like, if I had nanobots, I would just have them maul my entire body into submission. But who knows? I'm not a future scientist, so it's hard for me to say.
Commencing the system deactivation and removal from the organism. Emergency detected. Patient's health possibly compromised. Alarm. Multiple infection-induced organ failure imminent. Thorough examination required. Priority top. Organs in danger. Advised action.
Dang it, I guess this girl is sicker than I thought. This is what happens when you use the discount experimental robots.
Hey, finally, you're alive again. You probably wondered what's happened. Here's the story. It's been a while since you were last active, and meanwhile, quite a lot of bad things happened. Not only the pathogens survived, but they managed to corrupt most of our former allies. A battle awaits the one who's going to fix this huge mess. And I'm a supervisor, not a fighter. But I found you. Crippled and lifeless, you laid on a pile of wrecked nanobots. I fixed you and I upgraded you. We must reinforce what little healing power is there in the patient's organism to finally save her. It's the most important mission a duo of nanobots ever had. I am Super Vizette, Type 1 Supervisor Nanobot. Hailing from the generation of bots before you, I will guide you and help however I can. And you shall be called Nano Plus, more than just a mere nanobot.
Alright, so that's our origin story. So I guess sometime between the tutorial and now, everything kinda went to hell. And now we gotta go fix it. So basically the way this is gonna work is there's a bunch of different organs we're gonna visit, and each one of them kinda has like a facility or like a setup where they're trying to repair different things that the body is failing to do, like collect nutrients in the liver and solve like the world financial crisis in the heart. And in the ear, I guess they're probably trying to figure out the way to create newer and fancier polka music. So it's basically a lot like Osmosis Jones, except we're just here to visit, not to stay.
Welcome to the first organ on the list, the liver. The bots came here to save it and help with nutrients harvesting, but they got stuck in a stupor and kind of forgot their purpose. Tasks? Rounding up the bots for gathering the nutrients and fixing issues with temperature and blood filtering. Bots must be convinced to clear the place and quarantine it. Liver is ran by the foreman, the extant like you. His crew's help is needed to fix the organ. But now the bots are apathetic, so first thing to do is wake them up. Good old cognitive recalibration by head pounding should make the foreman see the things properly. That method worked on you anyway. While doing your thing, try not to deal too much collateral damage or the tissue will thicken and slow you down.
Alright, so now we get a couple of things. We get access to our alternate weapons that we didn't have before. And that's good because it showcases some of the different mechanics, like we have access to a machine gun, and a shotgun, and a death ray. And we also have access to some secondary side weapons, like I can death ray things now. And I can also fire giant blobs that explode. These are actually my favorite. And then just some of these little, I don't know what they are. They're like little blue blobbies that tase things. So I'm gonna leave that at the explosion and leave this to machine gun mode. And we're gonna go talk to the foreign. The foreman. And figure out what exactly has been going on here. So, whatever infection we were fighting inside of this little girl's body, like, it had some capability to infect our fellow nanobots and, like, mess with their brain parts. Which I assume is not supposed to happen, but it did. So a lot of our enemies in this game are going to be those morphs that are like weird, infective alien blobs. And then a lot of the other ones are going to be like corrupted helper robots that are just roaming around doing stuff. So to take care of that, we're just gonna have to fix all the different parts of the body and find the core of this infection that is really messing everything up. Although, again, I think the biggest thing that I'm curious about is how they're going to explain the story of what's been going on here. Because when I spend money on nanobots as a research scientist, like, I'm gonna make them out of metal, and they're not gonna be easily corroded by just anything. Alright, here's the foreman.
There he is. Do what you must. Hit him.
What?
We've got morphs incoming.
Uh-oh.
Some action around him will sober him up. Kill the morphs and try to talk with Foreman.
Alright, well that was quick. I don't think the game intended me to kill things quite that fast, but oh well.
Whoa. Oh my. Some foreman I am, sleeping on duty, getting scared. Alright, crew, continue the extraction. Which may be hard without half of you around. But that can be fixed.
He knows what needs to be done, so listen to him.
I need me a full crew of miners, and the third shift's gone. While I deal with the rest of them bots, you can bring those darn slackers to me so I can reprimand them, okay? See the camp while you're on the way. It regularly gets visitors.
Alright, so our mission now is we gotta go round up all the little helper bots. But yeah, like, I feel like I would have bought, like, robots that were pre-programmed with how to deal with all known pathogens. So it seems weird that just a bunch of bland, boring parasites could overwhelm really expensive robots. Unless, of course, we were developed by the only known theater major who was trying to create a storytelling community inside someone's body, as opposed to making an unstoppable, microscopic murdering force. So I don't know, I think that's like the only thing I really have qualms with. As to the rest of this game, like clearly they're intending to put in voice acting to this game. They've got some pretty solid gunplay mechanics for this early in the game's development. So all of those are very strong, very good additions to have. And now, oh hi, whatever you are. Now stuff is coming to say hi, and the music just got really intense. Alright, that's cool. What is this, energy growth substance? The molecules you have obtained can be used to craft abilities, improving... Oh, okay, so I can use that stuff I've just gotten to upgrade my stuff. Got it. Oh, and here we get to see one of those corrupted robots. He's kind of a butt. But this is why I switched to the grenade rounds, because they're really good at killing things like corrupted healing bots. But that's what I meant, like, I don't know a lot of organisms that can reprogram a robot, so I'm a little suspicious of that plot point, but I suppose that will eventually be explained in greater detail once they've had time to expand upon this story's plot, or the game's plot, and add more story to it. So what do we got back here? We got another corruptor. Oh, and there's an infector. So there's the Metafiend. That's what these guys are called. And, oh, hi. Do you need something, Free Gobber? Alright, but yeah, so the enemy can take a lot of different forms, and one of those forms is these, like I was saying, the medical robots that have been corrupted. And then there's also these infectors, which are just giant slopping blob fiends that want to touch our butt, it looks like. And I just assume that that didn't happen, so we'll kill you. Where's your minions? You are corrupting those minions somewhere. Here he is. Alright. So yeah, like, something is weird about this story. I don't feel like medical robots sent to heal could ever... Whoa. Alright. Am I just going on... Am I supposed to do this? I feel like I'm not supposed to do that. I don't know what just happened, but I think I just found a bug where the physics flipped out. What was I saying before that happened? I don't even know. What is this? Is this like a blood vessel? Alright, well, that's a thing. I'm not sure how to interact with it. But yeah, like, I just don't get how a bunch of robots got corrupted. That's all I'm trying to get across here. That just seems weird to me. But if the one thing that needs to be, like, fixed and kind of adjusted is the storyline, I guess we're not doing too terribly bad for ourselves. And this thing is just annoying the shit out of me. Would you die? You annoying thing? Alright, well that thing's just gonna shoot at me from a distance. I'm just gonna ignore it. Now let's find out where these workers are and try to get a few of them before we quit out on this little preview for the day. Oh, there he is. So what did you do that fondled me, sir? Because whatever it was rude. Starting to think, okay, could you stop? Could you frickin' stop? I can't even hit you from here. Alright, well anyway, let's see what this is about.
You won't be able to climb this cliff on foot. Time for the major reveal. You might have noticed I lent you my grapnel. A little marvel for a traveler. You'll reach the toughest spots with it.
Oh, is that what that thing on my arm is?
Turns green. You can launch a grapnel to ascend like a silk-shooting arachnid, as long as you pull the grapnel's trigger.
Okay, so I can grappling hook now. Cool. Does that mean I have to go way up here? I guess it must. Hey, and it's pretty responsive. Alright, I could definitely get behind that. That's one of the things that I liked from the Just Cause games. So I don't mind if I do. Oh, is there more stuff here? Could you not, Mr. Green Blobbies? Could you just not? You're like really big old pussy bloody boogers, and I'm not a fan. Oh, hi. Hello, friend. Would you like to play with me? I'm sure I can accommodate you. Ow, what the heck? Who is shooting me? Oh. Oh, there's a dude up here. How frickin' rude. Alright, that's it. That thing kind of needs some adjustment, because these things are able to, like, snipe me from Narnia, and I can literally do nothing to them. Are they just there to be annoying, or what? I guess so, because I can't do a thing about them. So where exactly am I trying to go? Am I just trying to grapple up to this literal little grappling hook? I guess so. Also, a more responsive tutorial system would probably be in order, because my first response was not to grapple all the way up to that hook, but to just grapple to the nearest platform. Because not every gamer and every player to a game is going to be, like, they're not going to behave the exact same way. Everyone's going to do stuff a little bit differently. And it's good to be prepared for that eventuality. Alright, so I guess that's just about everybody. What are you doing, Timmy? Come here. No, you're not getting away from me. You shot me, now you gotta meet your end. There we go. Oh, there's morb camps? Oh, does that mean I have to kill, like, a spawner? I think that's exactly what that means. So where is this morb spawner? Is that what this is? Oh no, these are just a bunch of dudes, like, gooped onto the wall with snot. Okay. I don't know how to free you, so I guess we're just gonna go up this ramp instead. And did my machine gun get super buffed? I think it did. Where's my inventory to upgrade stuff? So I can make a bunch of substances. I'm not sure I understand how this works. Okay, well, whatever the... Oh, hi. Oh, we thought we were done for. Let's go to the mining camp, boys. We gotta get back to the foreman. Alright, well, that was actually surprisingly simple. Yay! Enthusiasm away! But yeah, so this is Project Remedium in a nutshell. They're gonna add a bunch more stuff, more mechanics, probably some puzzle stuff here or there, more environments. You can see all this stuff out on their Kickstarter, which, while over with right now, you can still, like, see everything that they had been promising to backers, what everybody got, all the bits and bobs that they're looking to add to this game. It's not crazy different than a first-person shooter. Mainly the difference is it's got a thematic difference in that I'm a robot inside a human body trying to save the world with cool sci-fi laser guns, which I am always a fan of. There's never a reason not to have sci-fi laser guns. So let's see what this foreman knows, and then we'll probably get out of here for right now.
Well, I guess I was wrong about them. Now that you saved their nanobots, they can work again.
Was that it? Okay.
Most of the miners are working. If we want the nutrients being top quality and not contaminated with grumpiness, we need to fix the morale here. I'm already getting reports of lots of problems. Faced a spooky personnel difficulty. Tunnel A mining squad reported weird noises and other disturbances. And then they vanished. Check the thing, won't you? I can't afford to lose crew members.
Alright, so I mean, at least the foreman's kind of funny sounding, and he has his own personality and voice acting. But yeah, like, I feel like this game has a pretty solid foundation. They focused more on the gameplay side of the foundation as opposed to the story, and I'd argue that the gameplay foundation is going to be the harder of that combination, so I'm hopeful. So this has been Project Remedium. It's made by Playaway and Atomic Jelly. I've been your host, Larry the Chupacabra. The link to check this thing out is in the video description below. I will catch you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch you next time. Bye, everybody, and have a good one.